Okay, your next added value revision video is about solving a linear equation where it needs to be simplified. So I'll show you an example of what that looks like. That would look something like this. 8x plus 1 is equal to 5x plus 7. So what we're trying to do here is rearrange this into a form that you can solve. So we've got x's on both sides of the equals and we've got numbers on both sides, and we want to rearrange it so that we have a certain amount of x on the left is equal to a number on the right. And there's different ways of doing this, but we're going to focus on balancing the equation. You can write your work out in different ways as long as you go through the steps appropriately. So I want to get rid of this plus 1 on the left hand side, so I'm going to take that 1 away, and whatever I do on the left hand side I have to do the exact same on the right hand side, so I'm going to take 1 away from there as well. Those ones would cancel each other out, so that just leaves me with 8x on the left hand side of my equation, and 7 take away 1 would leave me with 5x plus 6. I want to balance that now. What kind of stands out is this 5x here. I need to take that away. So if I take 5x away on the right hand side, I'm going to take 5x away on the left hand side. The 5x and the minus 5x, well, those cancel each other out and get rid of each other, leaving us with 8x take away 5x, or 3x on the left hand side is equal to 6. And 3x being equal to 6 means that 1x is going to be equal to 6 divided by 3, which we can do in our head. X is equal to 2. Okay, and it might be helpful when you do the assessment to just check that. Okay, if x was 2, then we just want to make sure that this equation still works. So we have 8x plus 1 would be 8 times 2 plus 1, which is 16 plus 1 is 17. 5x plus 7, so that's going to be 5 lots of 2 plus 7. 5 2s are 10 plus 7 also equals 17. So we can do that recheck at the end and see if our answer works and our answer makes sense. Alright, let's look at one more of these. So now I have 7x minus 3 being equal to 2x plus 32. Again, I'm going to do the balancing steps, but I'm not necessarily going to write them down this time, just to show you how the working can be a little simpler. So if I've got 7x minus 3, I want to get rid of that minus 3 on the left hand side to just leave me with 7x. And what I've had to do to get rid of minus 3 is do plus 3. So 32 plus 3 is 35. So my next step would be to say that on the right hand side I have 2x add 35. Okay, now what stands out is that 2x on the right hand side. I want to get rid of that to just leave me with is equal to 35 on my right hand side. I've taken 2x away here, so I need to take 2x away here. So 7x take away 2x leaves me with 5x, and 5x is 35. 5 times what gives me 35? When we think about a 5 times table, 5 sevens are 35, so x is equal to 7. Still going to do the check stage. I'm not going to write it down though, I'm just doing it in my head. 7 sevens are 49. Take away 3, 46. I'm just going to keep that in my head. 2 sevens are 14. Add 32 is also 46. So I know I've done this right and I've got a valid answer. Okay. Similarly, you can write the balancing steps, or you can leave your working like this. You can write the check at the end, or you can do it in your head like I've done. Whichever works best for you, just make sure that you do both of those things. Okay, and we might have something like this, where brackets are involved and you have to do a first step to begin with. So 4 bracket x plus 6 equals x plus 36. So I want to times out this bracket. 4 times x is going to give me 4x on the left hand side. 4 times 6 is going to give me 24, and the plus sign remains the same, equals, and on the right hand side, x plus 36. Okay, now I've got an equation that looks like what we were dealing with just a wee minute ago. So 4x plus 24, I want to get rid of the 24 here to leave me with just 4x on the left hand side is equal to x. I've taken 24 away here, so I have to take 24 away from 36, so it's equal to x plus 36 take away 24 is 12. Now on the right hand side I want to get rid of that x and leave me with just a 12. So I've taken that x and I've taken it away, so I need to take it away from here to leave me with 3x equals 12, and 3 times what gives 12? X must be equal to 4. Okay, you want to check your answer, but you don't want to check from this line here, from the 4x plus 24, so on, because it's possible you might have made a mistake multiplying out your bracket. So what we're going to do, we're going to look here. Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to evaluate this using BODMAS, using the brackets coming first. So in my bracket is 4 plus 6 is 10. 4 times 10 gives me 40. If I did x plus 6, that's 4 plus 36, sorry. 4 plus 36 is also equal to 40. Both sides are the same, so I'm quite satisfied that I've done that properly. Okay, just make sure when you do this in a test that you are being really careful at checking every step, writing down all your working. Don't be tempted to try and jump from right at the start till given right at the end. You will not get marks for being able to just kind of check different numbers, guess and check if they work. You have to go through all the steps with algebra.